Ja, meine Fresse, es ist nervig. Ja, ja. So. Schauen wir mal, was kommt. Ich bin ein bisschen verspätet, weil eigentlich mein Essen kommen sollte. Mein Essen kam nicht. Und jetzt warte ich einmal, bis mein Essen kommt. Richtig der Abfuck. Richtig nervig.
What follows light and shadow is silence. That silence breaks. I am summoning you as a new age begins. I see sapient life turn to each other. They remember how to look to the stars. They remember curiosity.
Hallo.
They remember how to thrive. But they have forgotten. They forgot we were here long before the traveler.
So.
They forgot that they need us.
Burn system finally. Yeah. So the 9 are older than the Traveler. Interesting.
I will remind them. I'm sure you will. But not through me. Find someone else. My will is my own.
The Edge of Fate. I didn't understand shit from this cutscene.
All right, everyone, hello and welcome here to Bungie HQ in beautiful Bellevue, Washington.
Just became a main character. Yeah.
Tell you a little bit about the Edge of Fate and the future of Destiny 2 as well. My name's Andy. I work on the social media team here, but no need to worry. As always, I am joined by some of my amazing colleagues here at Bungie to share some of the finer details of the stuff that we're going to be getting into today. So, how about we go ahead and get into it so we can show you what we got. Starting first with this gentleman on my right and to your left is someone that you've probably seen if you've tuned into our streams before or Vidocs, the one and only Mr. Robbie Stevens, Assistant Game Director here at Bungie. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Andy. It's always a pleasure to spend a date with you.
Yeah, it's been a nice time, honestly, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
always.
to that end as well.
The statue is cool. I have seen this. That's like the one for the collector's edition for Edge of Fate, I think.
And game directors for the game, so that means like I'm a vision holder and I work across the entire Destiny team with people like Allison and Dylan on the couch here to chart a new course
Warlock
for
looking
Destiny
good, yeah.
and a new future for the game, and just incredibly excited to be sharing with everyone today of what we've been up to.
The Titan is a small variant from his Twilight Arsenal.
As we move, pardon me, right
Super.
on the line, someone who again is also the good opportunity to join us on these.
My food just arrived. I need to go to the door real quick. Be right back. Yeah, so okay, I'm back. Won Guardian game. I think it was Titan. I think Titan won Guardian games.
Streams as well.
I think that was the most cursed Guardian games I've played ever.
Destiny's narrative director, the one and only Allison Lures.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going so good. I'm here on a couch and I get to yell about Destiny with you. So
Not a
it's a
bad
good day.
Yeah, honestly, I'll take that anytime I can. Well,
Same.
for anyone who also hasn't had a chance to yell on couches about Destiny with us or hasn't joined us in the past,
Yeah.
do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So my name is Allison. I'm the narrative director for Destiny 2, and so that means it's the job of me and my team to make you laugh and make you cry and make you go, "Whoa, I totally forgot about that."
I'm being honest, I think Warlocks haven't won a single day this year in Guardian games.
Someone who gets to sit in on the writers' rooms, I can now doubly confirm that. So thank
I mean,
you
look,
for
having
being
you
here.
there.
So much fun. No, seriously, thank you.
I think it's probably because like the wings just work better for a meal.
The gentleman there at the very end of the couch, someone who is a friend to all Guardian kind, who's known.
Yeah, you won. No, I mean, this year you haven't won one day, and not a single one. You lost every single one.
So much. Gotta make sure to ask every time. I appreciate it. You need all the help I can get. Well, to anyone out there who may not have accosted you on the wild world of social media or is just somehow meeting you for the first time, do you mind telling us about what you do here at Bungie?
My name is Dylan Gaffner, formerly community team, where we would go out, collect your feedback, translate it to the dev team, and then bring their information back to you, kind of be that middleman. Now I'm on Global Comms, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like a puzzle
it's-
piece organization stage of what do we talk about, when do we talk about it, why do we talk about it, and then just making sure we get the information out to all players.
Let's be honest, I think like Titan was the most fun to play during Guardian games, just because of Bow Charge Titan, and yeah.
Robbie, I'd love to start with you. What's up next in Destiny, and where are we exploring?
Yeah, so our first expansion this year, The Edge of Fate, is the start of a brand new multi-year saga called the Fate Saga. And so we want to tell a story about something older, about the nature of fate itself. Are we bound by it? Can we fight it? Because before the Traveler ever arrived in our solar system, there was already space magic here, Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so ultimately, this is a story that we're going to explore.
Yeah, I mostly play Hunter because it's the most fun, but
Of the universe itself.
You're talking about the 9, aren't you?
yeah, I think at some point it's important for them to just drop the 2, like completely.
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, to that end,
I think they said they're not gonna content void any expansions anymore, like when Lightfall released. And then everything broke.
Powerful beings that have been in the solar system for way.
But hey, we get to see more for the such a yeah. What I'm interested in is, do we lose the
Sorry, Pluto.
messed up.
Didn't make
yeah. If they're gonna lose this lawsuit, it's gonna be hilarious.
The important thing to know about them is that this is why we're going to be so focused on the solar system for the next saga. We want to ask questions about our home that we've never asked before.
Yeah. So when it comes to the 9, obviously, Eagle-Eyed Guardians have been able to spot references to them for quite some time, whether it be outright ominous or a straight-up game show in some cases. Can you tell us a little bit maybe about what we should expect from them?
Expect to be surprised. We're like you said, the lore of
Yeah,
the
probably.
ranges
And the question is how good Marathon is gonna be. Or how good Marathon will work.
Awful things in our
No,
lives.
I like right now I don't think that Marathon is gonna save them.
Individuals. This isn't a collective. It's not like a hive mind. Each of them are kind of their own being, their own person in the loose definition of a person. They have different wants. And
The thing
desires.
is,
can
they
realize
fucked it up
members
with
fight members too.
when
It's
they
really early on,
made
there
the
are
alpha
then
and you
there's
could get play it. It was NA only, and you gotta see that extraction shooter is like the biggest genre in, or has the biggest population in players in Europe. So with that you locked them out of playtesting it, you lost a lot of like the main core audience for this type of game. That also like a bit where I'm like, I don't know if that was the play.
By the same rules that that we've really experienced before in the game today. And so humanity and the Guardians, to many of them, are ultimately just bugs that can be squashed on, that they don't really care or think about beyond, achieving their ultimate goals. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, for the last 10 years, Guardians have really just been making their own fate.
Yeah.
I mean, so the 9 is challenging that. How are we going to deal with it?
Yeah, whether we like it or not, the Nine have a plan for us. And like you said, Guardians are really good at making their own fate and going out and deciding who they want to be. But what happens when them deciding to make our own fate is exactly what our fate is? Like, what if that was the plan all along? These are extra dimensional beings. That means they perceive our reality in a very different way and can interact with it in a very different way.
It's like they're a move ahead in chess.
Weird.
What a reference.
It's weird.
But you were mentioning, obviously the Fate Saga is one of the subjects of today. How long can we expect the Fate Saga to last?
Yeah, so the Fate Saga is going to play out over several years, and ultimately, we know where we're driving this car. We know where we're going with it. But the conclusion of the Edge of Fate itself is going to leave you with more questions than answers, and it's going to be the catalyst into this new multi-year saga. Because
So like every fucking DLC.
a game about big questions, right? And so the way we think about this is about pouring jet fuel into the speculation engine of the game. So we're going to be revealing a lot of ideas, a lot of concepts, and many of them we're not going to be
Like they most of the time they don't explain shit we want to know. Like
expansion beats more times than we have before in the past. And so the year
like the main person who can explain shit is Vive. So yeah.
This celestial pantheon of the
Yeah, it's like you can't see anything. Like it's just
time. And so the Edge of Fate launches on July 15th, and then the second expansion of our year,
July 15.
Renegade, which comes this winter, and then later in 2026, we've got Shattered Cycle and The Alchemist. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of
The
exciting announcements.
Alchemist.
Again, the Edge of Fate is just the beginning of this long journey of this, awesome.
So for DLCs in 2 years.
And it's gonna take
I better hope they're not like $60 each.
The Edge of Fate right here.
Please, just don't.
Nice enough to bring the class something today. You've got some gameplay with you,
Oh
right?
yeah, we got some clips.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we should show those.
Yeah, that's true. The art team is awesome. Yeah, I think if they do it like annual expansions, like they say the deluxe edition or the annual pass. I am told. Yeah, so if they do an annual pass and you pay like 100 for 2 DLCs and all the seasons and dungeon pass like it is now, then I'm fine with it. But if you pay 100 for the half annual edition for like the half the year, no. Okay, that shit looks kind of cool. Okay, interesting weapon. My most hated arcs. What the fuck are you? Was it arc and then stasis? Am I an idiot? This hand gonna look cool. Ray gun pistol, yeah. So that's New Land Beyond, I think. Yeah, dual element. Like the only weapon we have with like a true double element is conditional finality. So kind of brave weapon. That's what it looked like. Yeah, I think it's called New Land Beyond from New Aspects. Maybe. I think they said they want to do something for.
All right, that gives us an awful lot to go ahead and continue to dive into. And here to help us go ahead and explore a little bit more of it, everyone you probably knows who
Yeah.
by someone new here on the couch.
The ball, I don't remember the ball guy names, but he's cool.
Perhaps my favorite all-time Destiny emote, the one and only Dave Samuel, art director here at Bungie. Dave, how's it going, man?
It's going great. Thanks for having
This guy is always awesome when he's in like this trailer because he's like the most energetic, like most autistic behavior person I have seen in this document in these trailers.
visualize the narrative and design and kind of bring it all together.
It's a lot to bring together. Thank you.
Yeah, I hope because that's like one of the most disappointing stuff about the starter subclass. You have only one super and you have only one melee. Like, grades are not the problem. You have some decisions there, but it would be cool for like the melee and the super to have like options. Yeah.
And the place that we're going to is called Kepler.
Yeah, it's the like I think all light subclasses have 3 supers at least.
I know is the one that's way
Yeah.
What do you mean we're going to Kepler? And I say, like, dear friend, didn't you know if you look inside in Destiny's universe, the Oort cloud at the edge of the solar system, you'll find a little planetoid that also happens to be named Kepler here in the world of Destiny. And that's where we're going, to Kepler.
this is kind of a Robbie. We were talking kind of before the show. This is like the like a first taste of something new, right?
Yeah, so what you're seeing here is us just trying something new. We're expanding the universe of Destiny, creating new mysteries to uncover. This whole destination is about exploring a
Yeah, a bit.
world that it took inspirations from things like Dreaming City, exotic missions, dungeons, and it's wrapping it all through a Metroidvania expired experience. And so at the heart of all of this, at the heart of the Edge of Fate, is a player-driven exploration and discovery of an exotic world with brand new abilities.
So actually, to even just
Okay, brand new abilities.
like, how is the Edge of Fate going to be different from past expansions that we've made for Destiny?
Yeah, so at the global scale, when we're thinking about expansions and the Year of Prophecy and the formula of Destiny expansions going forward, first off, we're doing 2 expansions a year instead of just 1. And think of each of these expansions as a little bigger than something like a Rise of Iron from D1. And so both of these expansions combined are going to be even more expansion content than we've done in the past. And
Imagine it's just a reskin of Curse of Sight. I hope not.
Major world and story events that really
Okay, so we have a rocket assisted AR and not AR pulse rifle.
So alongside this new destination of Kepler,
Damn, guys. Yeah.
explore with brand new.
But I like kind of like the weapons, how they look. I don't know. I just like how they look. New enemies, yeah. I think that was really needed.
Within the release. But what's cool about
No, they have this
as you play through the mainline story and you play through the first couple of world
strength.
you're
Okay.
going to unlock later world tiers. And as you're claiming these abilities, as you're exploring the world more, as you're discovering more within the release, you're putting these puzzle pieces together and you're figuring out how to solve all the mysteries on Kepler with different ways. And so you might play a puzzle in one way, a mission in one way, and when you're in these higher world tiers in the post game, you can start to solve these problems in different ways that you couldn't before in the original playthrough. And
So
alongside
it's Metroid.
we're also going to have a ton of quest content that we're rethinking about.
So yeah, it's just Metroidvania in 3D.
On Kepler, there's some non-linearity within the destination itself. And so with a lot of our side quest content that is related to the critical path, but you don't have to play it. It's there for you to explore. It's driven by your discovery of the world. You're out in the field, you discover something, and you pick it up, and that's going to help you explore the characters in the world of Kepler more and go deeper on that story. And so, yeah, again, this is all about us just looking at the formulas that we've been building in Destiny over the last 10 years, and some of them are...
The question is if that's like a gimmick ability or like a
So that's what you're seeing here.
new aspect type of shit.
Yeah.
I love everything you just said. I was a little distracted by some of the gameplay we were showing, like exotic sniper rifle. I think I saw, kind of recognize that.
Oh yeah.
Some enemies with a couple really cool twists.
Yeah, right now it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then also there was a guardian that turned into like a lightning ball. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's multiple new abilities that your players are going to be able to discover on Kepler that's going to make them navigate and look at the world in different ways. But the one you're talking about, Dylan, we see it as our premier ability, the crown jewel to release, and that's called Matterspark. And Dave has joined us, and he's helps us take the vision of the narrative and the design and the art and smush it together in amazing experiences. And so I think Dave should talk to us more about Matterspark.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So there's this new source of energy on Kepler, this strange dark matter. So the Guardian binds itself to the dark matter using the arc powers within. You can think of the dark matter as like a medium, and the arc as this catalyst that will allow you to completely change form.
Yeah, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Because sometimes I'm exactly like this, like for no fucking reason. That's just how my fucking brain works sometimes.
And it also allows you to turn into this basically electric rolling ball.
I mean, you need to see him when they announced, I think it was...
One big part movement, one big part combat, but I mean, even
Yeah, it is. I think it was how he explained how they did the sound for the PvP ability. Yeah, this one. That was that was super. It was awesome.
Whole hill becomes a ramp to get to a new space. A crack in the wall, it basically will reveal a whole new area to explore. It's also a new way to engage with enemies. Instead of taking a bunch of enemies head on, you can find a Matterspark pad, transform.
The question is,
into this electric ball of
okay,
death, just like
it's
Starfire.
what am I interested in is if that's gonna take over in our game mode or it's just for
Give the House of Exile
for this new planet or destination.
as well we should. It's a good day for us as well. Kepler abilities that we'll be able to unlock while we're out there as well.
Yeah, so each of these Kepler abilities are a mix of dark matter.
Yeah, I mean, I hope we get some new subclass stuff. Would be cool.
This new fallen dark matter tech
Yeah.
mixed with void.
Dark
This allows you
Fallen.
to bypass
I don't know,
laser
edgy
walls,
or
use these cascading relay networks, and just basically teleport around the world. Another ability that we have is Mattermorph. This is dark matter mixed with strand, allows you to manipulate the environment. You'll be able to basically push and morph and move geometry to create bridges, open up doorways, and then also reveal secrets and new opportunities.
yeah.
So what's really important about
It
what
looks
Dave
like
was
it.
describing, and when we were thinking about building this world, it was all about like, hey, here's this new tool to navigate and see the world in a different way, and solve little puzzles and mysteries throughout the missions, the free roam, and the quest content, and
Yeah.
beyond. But also, what was really important to us is that we lean into Destiny's first-class ability gameplay. And so with Matterspark, like Dave is mentioning, you're jumping, you're dashing into enemies to destroy them, you're doing giant explosions with them with really
Yes,
fast
spamming them
you're just
straight,
blowing
yeah.
everything up with void explosions and graviton lance style like projectile little secret projectiles. And then what's really fun about Mattermorph is you can just be like throwing these strange shurikens basically to just like delete an encounter before you then like start to morph the environment around you and move to the next area. And so it's just really exciting I'm incredibly excited about watching players just like solve puzzles and fight encounters in ways that like we don't even expect yet, and see how they take on the destination. And just like I really want to emphasize, you're going to be upgrading when you
Yeah.
play, especially the post game experience. It's going to unlock. There's something unlocked with
Or
the
raids and
that
stuff.
really changes the way that you can play through the entire destination.
So when we're talking about dark matter,
Yes.
we have darkness abilities like strand and stasis already. Like, how is dark matter different?
Yeah, so dark matter and darkness are two completely separate things. They're completely different things. But dark matter does exist in our world. In the world of Destiny, we know it as being tightly connected to the Nine. It's what the Nine are actually made out of. In our world, dark matter is invisible. You can't really see it. And it wouldn't be very fun to make a destination where there's an invisible thing that you can't actually see. So lucky for us on Kepler, there's a bioluminescent microbe that allows us to see all of this substance that's impacted this world so much. It allows us to see how it's impacted the plant life, how it's impacted the behavior of the peoples that we're going to encounter. And we can see how it has been able to bring these things that are kind of unstuck in time into this current location.
I do have to put on my drifter hat for just a second and, like, what does it smell like? What does it taste like?
Yeah. Dark matter smells and tastes like bleach and math. Yeah, it's true.
Cannot wait to get that chip flavor.
Yeah.
Get it with a sandwich today after.
It's zesty.
Yeah, should be good. Actually, so on the topic too of stuff in the
What the
trailer
fuck
as
was
well,
this?
We heard someone talking about.
I don't know.
Tell us who that was.
Sure, that was Lodi. Lodi is a new character that we're introducing in Apollo. Not in Apollo, we're introducing him in the Edge of Fate.
Yeah.
I want to give a special shout out to Brian Villalobos, who portrays Lodi and does a spectacular job. This character is fascinating. He's kind of a fish out of water, but the fun thing about tropes is to kind of put a twist on them, right? So what if that fish that we pulled out of the water was the most qualified fish to be pulled out into the air?
Down for anything.
It's down for anything.
Yeah.
And what if that fish was kind of made to be pulled out of the water? I don't want to give away too
Yeah.
much because this character is way more fun for the players to figure out what his deal is. But
I don't know
will
what-
say Lodi is very, very far from home.
Very fair. Very exciting. So,
I do have to call out too, before we started this, you and Robbie were talking about how Lodi is like a notice me character.
Oh yeah. Robbie wanted a senpai.
I did. Yeah, I wanted someone that I just wanted to spend a bunch of time with on this new adventure we're going on.
Yeah, a friend that we can look up to.
Oh no.
notice me.
I'm
Of course.
I'm not really motivated by this.
So with regards to the characters as well, so is it a whole new cast of characters in the Edge of Fate?
No, we're going to see some new faces like Lodi and other characters, but we're also going to see some familiar ones too. Ikora is here. The stakes are high enough that she's here investigating what's going on. And as it turns out, in one of our major mysteries, she's kind of at the center of it. She was invited here.
This armor looks... It's gotta be primer from Genshin Impact.
All of it.
I hope fucking not. I hope fucking not. I hope it's not a level on... Was their name Nimbus? I don't remember. The one from Neomuna.
For a very, very, very long time, in order for
Yeah, it
They're
just...
gonna have to decide if they're fight your fate.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
like,
thinking about
Nimbus
the
was
individual
really fucking annoying.
and determine about how they can stand up.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. I hope he's a okay character. But if he's Paimon level writing, then no, fuck no.
So with regard to these new characters and this world we find ourselves in, was there anything about that setting or in particular that really influenced the creation rather of this world that we're going to be inhabiting?
Yeah, I'll give you a list of fun facts. First off, if you've been paying attention to Destiny over the last week or so, you already know that there's been people on Kepler for a long time. That's an old-ass computer that you were putting those numbers into. We also know that the Vex are here. They're studying the Nine because turns out the Nine can do something that the Vex can't. As Dave mentioned, the House of Exile are also here. They've become fixated on a being that they call the Giver. And, kind of most importantly, the dimensionality on Kepler is really thin. So the 3 dimensions that we can know and see and touch are very close to the realm that the 9 live in. And that means some things from Earth's past have been yanked into Kepler's present.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, so we've been talking about invitations throughout this, and we need to call out an invitation that's actually going to be waiting in the game after this is over. Ride of the Nine begins today.
Yeah.
So I believe we have a trailer to show.
Yeah, you were nice enough to bring a trailer along. I'll go ahead and give it a look really quickly.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not gonna play Ghosts of the Deep. I don't fucking care. Get this fucking dungeon out of here. I'm gonna play Prophecy and Spire, but not Ghost. Okay, this one kind of looks cool. Of course, the weapon, the adept weapon from, no, I think how I remember it, how they explain it, it's you can play 3 dungeons in like a whole run.
That are featured in this event are free for all players starting today. And so what's really important about this is that these dungeons are both for veteran dungeon crawlers, hardcore raiders, people who've been in these places a lot, but also new guardians who've never stepped into a dungeon before, right? What was really important for us when we were developing Ride of the Nine was that we were changing the formula on how we can think about how we can welcome even more people into these experiences. And so you're gonna be able to go in solo, buffed up, and explore a dungeon by yourself, or go in match made with other fire teams.
Yeah, 3 dungeons.
For the very first time. But don't worry.
But the problem is, one of them is the probably worst designed dungeon in this game right now.
Exclusive rewards and also an exclusive title as part of Rights of the Nine. What's also really important about this event for being a prologue for the Edge of Fate is that it really
there are 3 difficulties.
You're gonna learn why her job is pretty crappy and why she quits at the top of the Edge of Fate, like we saw at the beginning of this show. And so, Andy, we've been talking a bunch about how our Destiny expansions are changing the formula for Destiny going forward. So now I think it's time for us to start talking about how the core hobby of Destiny is changing going forward. The day-to-day of playing Destiny, week-over-week experience. And we've got someone else on the couch here.
Okay, so now the normal gameplay.
Joined us on the couch. We are now joined by the one and only Mr. Ben Womack, creative director here on Destiny. Ben, how's it going, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, seriously.
There is a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be a very good conversation we have coming up. Yeah. But before we get into that, can you tell us just a little bit about what you do here?
Yeah. So I'm the Destiny 2 creative director for the core game, or the core hobby, as we call it. Yeah. And it has to do with all parts of the game, everything from Edge of Fate, through our seasons, through the fundamental systems. And in particular, like Robbie was saying, I've been focusing on thinking about the kind of building blocks of Destiny 2 and getting those like not only stood up but also transformed and iterated on in some really exciting new places.
Nice. Well, let's go ahead and just start at the top. Can you tell us a little bit about what like the core formula of Destiny is changing and why?
Yes. So I think I need to start with the why first, because it's important to think about what is Destiny, what is great about Destiny. And Destiny is best.
Right now, it's not really much.
Awesome chases that you're excited about. You really cool, powerful builds to make, and there's a mountain to climb that's right in front of you that you want to climb. You're like, I want that mountain. It looks pretty cool. And the thing that is not always true right now, Destiny, is like it doesn't feel as streamlined as it could. Players don't have as much agency. We want to be player-driven. We want to be more rewarding than we are. Because right now there are barriers to playing Destiny like in the best way. And those barriers are insurmountable sometimes. So think about that whole picture of, okay, what is the Destiny that we really want, that has been in the past, that we also want to get back to, and where we want to go for the future? That's where all the changes you're going to see have started, like at their inception point. So it's a big piece of the pie.
Massive updates coming across so many systems of the game, and this is like we're just getting in, digging into the surface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to that same end, then, how are we making it easier? Pardon me, to go ahead and just get straight into the fun.
Oh no, let's do it, because that's exactly what we want to do. And the first thing you're going to see when you log into Destiny with Edge of Fate, you're going to log in your character and see your ship in orbit. It's going to say, it's not going to say Open Director. It's going to say Open Portal. And the portal is our new front page of the game. We're trying to get you to the fun as fast as possible, and as few clicks as we can. We even have Edge of Fate there in the corner, so that it's right immediately there. No fumbling around with the map to get to it, really.
It looks worse.
Other big parts of the game, the ritual game for seasons, and putting
It fucking looks worse. Maybe it's just me, but like,
we're having these different ops for different moods. We're having solo ops. We're have a bunch of fire team.
Yeah,
ops,
like
we have pinnacle ops, and of course we have crucible ops. Still super important for the game.
I mean, to start up at the top, can you tell us a little bit
why?
Oh yeah. So solo ops is exactly what it says on the tin. It is a bunch of activities that are made for solo players. And the conception point of that was, we want to make activities for players who have a smaller amount of time that they want to play in, and they don't necessarily want to have dependencies on other players, but they still want to get in there and play for 10 to 15 minutes and get some real progress.
I mean, this one is cool. This one with the stuff you get here with an icon, that's cool.
Right. And even if you don't feel like playing with other people, that's fine, because we have an activity type that is designed for one player.
So, I mean, to that same end, what are some other ways that we can play and have fun using Portal as well?
Yeah. So
No, even Fortnite creative looks better.
When we were developing the Portal early on, was like, where are we headed with this thing? And ultimately, it's play your way. It's giving players more agency, more personal drive to figure out how they want to engage.
For the creative, you have clickbait, thumbnails for game modes.
Entirety new progression and power climb is now all available to you in the Portal at your fingertips in one place. It's really easy to find, really easy to jump in. Anything you play inside of that category any of those categories is gonna help you make progress. And so, because we want Destiny to be welcoming not only to new players, but also old players who are coming back to the game to join us with the Edge of Fate. And we also
I don't know, the armor looks kind of shit.
For everyone. And so, as part of this is a commitment from us, as part of the core hobby and all the seasonal content we're building, that we're going to be continually investing in this, right? We're going to be continually updating this over time for years to come. And so, you're asking me directly, what else is there to do? Yeah. Ben mentioned solo ops. We also have
the hunter is okay, but yeah, it's
around playing with other fire team members, shoulder to shoulder, where fire team ops are more quicker sessions. There are some longer form things in it too, but then pinnacle ops are more about those really long.
Yeah, that the one is cool now.
Focused activities like exotic missions, for instance. And so, and then the one
Yeah,
thing
probably.
About very deeply, but is incredibly important, and it's something that I think we've done for the first time ever, or maybe since early D1.
It's kind of a return to form.
Yeah. You're going to be able to experience the entirety of the power climb within Crucible Ops by playing PvP, right? So this means if you want to be sweaty, Andy, which I know you, Dylan too. I know you're that way, right? I know both of y'all. If you want to put the sweatbands on, you're going to be able to play the entire experience in the season here and earn some of the highest tier loot that's also available in the game.
I have to say, this is super exciting, because my player type or other folks out in the community, they want to go in, they want to jam on PvP, but then their friends invite them to do a dungeon or a higher tier activity, and they're like, oh wait, I need to grind a long time to get up to power. Now through PvP, they can get up to power, and you can just bring them into that PvE experience and have a fun time with each other.
Yeah.
So.
That's honestly,
Isn't there fire team power scaling?
So it sounds like the core, obviously, what you guys are talking about, play the way you want to play, is at the center of all of it. What if I really want to challenge myself, push myself?
Oh yeah.
That's
important to us.
Yeah.
Death is important to us.
Well, death, but also success.
Yes,
and
that's true.
from it,
That's
right?
true. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we really want to give agency. That's one of the things. Player agency, player driven towards loot and challenge. And so we have a really hugely expanded activity customization system. We have a lot more difficulty levels, and we have a ton of new modifiers. We have 50 new modifiers along with all the old modifiers that we've released in the past that are going to make this big curated.
Okay, that shit could be kind of interesting for
any of the PvE content in the curator. And so, like, we have Banes, not just old Banes that we have, but new Banes as well. We also have boons to help you like get advantages in your activities and for your build. We have challenges and trade-offs. And the fun part is you're going to get these different combinations that are available, and you're going to then make a mix that's actually going to change the way you play and be pretty interesting, and sometimes be the way you prefer you play. Like, there's a new boon called Grappler that I personally love. It's kind of my preferred way to play, where they give you 3 grapple grenades, replacing your current grenade. You can't do the melee, but they recharge super fast. So any build you want, you could now Spider-Man around any map. It's actually super
So are they only debuffs or also buffs? Is this like kind of, you can select buffs and debuffs for certain playstyles?
Looking at like how you can earn a higher tier of reward by taking on higher challenge, and as you earn better loot, you're looking towards that next mountain to climb just ahead of you all the time. And so this is really about how far you want to push yourself upwards within the portal itself. But also, we also are thinking about the people, and that's the depth, right? That's the depth of the challenge that we're talking about. That's also, but we're also thinking about the people who don't have as much time to play with like solo ops, and also if you're scared of modifiers or you're scared of customizing these activities,
or you just don't feel like
doing it. Yeah, no, that's a great way to describe it. Thank you. We have a bunch of quick play options, right, Ben?
Yeah, quick play options, and we actually have matchmaking and Fireteam ops.
Oh,
and we have Fireteam Finder, and so you're able to like really choose kind of what you're in the mood for.
Oh yeah, we technically have matchmaking across every activity that exists,
except for solo ops, because that's solo.
Right.
But yes, otherwise,
but in the
aside
Fireteam
from that
Pinnacle ops, it's everything.
Yeah, you'll have options.
What I'm wondering is, are solo ops GMs a thing? And are they easier than with 3 people? Or how are they going to plan to enforce this?
50 new ones. So it's like, you can take those into solo ops. Like, we're talking about this being kind of leisurely, bite-sized activity, but if you want to take it and say, I don't want Weenie Hut Jr., I want like esoteric level solo hardest thing in the world, like, you can kind of customize and do that.
You can just do it from the very start if you really want to.
Yeah.
And
depends on how deep you want to go.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, and the point is that you're going to like stretch that far, and we want the reward to feel like worthwhile.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to feel like as you're pushing yourself, you are rewarded for it. That is something that's really important to the vision here for the portal.
Yeah, rewards, huh?
Rewards. There are a lot of rewards, aren't there?
It's funny you mention it. Yeah, we've got Banes, boons, modifiers, but let's talk about gear for a little bit here.
Yeah.
What's changing about loot, and why should Guardians care?
Yeah, so like talking about chases and mountains and builds, like gear's at the center of all of that. And we actually have 2 giant gear changes I'm gonna like put in 2 little buckets for us to talk about. The first one is Armor 3.0. And the next one is gear tiers. And so, like, talking about Armor 3.0 first, we are probably making the biggest change ever since Shadowkeep around the system. It's enormous.
Huge change.
Yeah, so like we're adding set bonuses, which is a long requested feature for all the new armor that you're going to be able to get at Edge of Fate launch, and we're redoing all the stats on armor. Where you can now like exceed 100,
go beyond 100,
go beyond 100 for extra.
Increased combatant shield over shield vehicles and constructs includes barrier turrets, stasis crystals, and other objects created in the field. Defeating powerful combatants or breaking a combat shield with connected damage raises disorienting kinetic shockwave. Okay, that's kind of cool. So it actually is like worth it to try and get
it's going to essentially like
armor from like seasons and shit.
Talk about too. You mentioned gear tiers as well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So gear tiers are very exciting because every single legendary weapon and armor that you can get is going to have 5 gear tiers, starting from 1 going up to 5. And like we have a 5 gear tier 5 piece of legs armor on the screen right now. And you can see that like this is like looks really cool with the iconography, but it also has a ton more stats. And oh look, what's that?
Yeah, what's going on with the energy there?
Yeah, the energy. Yeah, that energy says 11, and it's true.
I think it's armor 3.0 because right now we have 2.0.
For higher tier armor, and so if you want that for your build crafting opportunities, it does like give you some new options you never had before. You're gonna have to challenge yourself to get more higher tier armor and keep on going to get yet more higher tier armor to get those options.
Yeah, and this is also not something that's just relegated to armor, right? When it comes to weapons, they're obviously getting their own refresh as well.
Yes, yes.
What's Destiny without chasing some
You read my mind.
Yeah, like weapons
seriously.
are part of the player identity. You know, so people like have a gun that they love.
You got fashion, and then you have gunplay.
That's
right?
true. Though we do have fashion for your guns a bit.
Hey.
Well, so because once you reach tier 5 for your legendary drops, you're going to be getting tier 5 weapons, and those have unique shader treatment. It's like essentially a completely different look that's going to immediately identify it to you and others that this is the highest tier gear of this drop that you can get. It's going to show on the weapon. It's going to show on the icon. It's even going to show when you kill enemies with that weapon, because there's unique kill effects for tier 5 weapons that you can turn on or off if you don't want it, but your gameplay will like show that no, yeah, the weapon that is being used is like the highest tier you can get.
Yeah, Giver's Blessing, which I think we have on screen.
Yeah, I would like to see like the difference between like the normal version and like special thing, because I don't know if it's even worth it to see.
What's really exciting about it for me is that like when you see that tier 5 drop, like you know immediately that's better than like a tier 3 or tier 4 weapon that you have, right? And I think that's when we talk about making Destiny easier to just jump in, find the fun, make it accessible, but also create more depth. You know, this is what we're thinking about. It's like how can we just make immediate, like you understand, like okay, this is probably better than the thing I have right now, depending on what gear tier it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good example of how much time and effort is being put into these game systems to make them more like approachable. Change can be scary. There's a lot of change that's about to come to the game. We're Armor 3.0, we have so many new boons, we have a bunch of new stuff. And after 10 years of Destiny, this is going to flip some stuff on its head. So, I mean, we're going to have a bunch of blog content. We're going to have interviews with Robbie, with Ben, with more folks across the team that have been working on this. And then we'll also be elevating our creator community when they're creating guides, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a fun time. But ultimately, a big shout out and thank you to all the folks that have been coming into our studio, giving feedback early on some of these systems so they can be more approachable. And we're looking forward to all the feedback that's going to be coming after launch, too. Like, this is, again, one of our first steps into something, and then the community and we are going to build something amazing.
Yeah, and I can't stress enough how much feedback we've gotten from the community summits we've been running over the last year for the Edge of Fate, and just people reaching out to the community teams and others to us. Like, your feedback is invaluable. So, like, seriously, like, thank you so much. We're making this game together, ultimately.
Yeah, it's incredibly important part of the process. Like, I don't think we would be able to make what we do without it.
Working with the community is obviously a core part. Dylan, huge thanks to you and your team, obviously, for helping to lead that charge. And in advance for the big blogs you get to write. And then also our social media team will go ahead and get out the door. So go ahead and give us a follow.
I think, Ben, you were saying you wanted to try to break the record for longest twid?
I'm more predicting we are.
Yeah. So
it's not about try, it's the state of things.
It's going to be a multi-month journey as we head towards launch.
So yeah, be a good time. But, you know, we've been talking a lot about the core Destiny hobby. How does that extend into like how players are going to experience like a full year of Destiny?
Yeah, so we've been focusing on improving and changing the formula of Destiny in multiple ways. And so progressing through the Fate Saga is going to be more meaningful with 2 expansions a year. We've been talking about how focusing our seasons and on the core hobby of Destiny and that commitment
Iron.
Updating it. And in addition,
What the fight?
we're going to have 2 free
Reward
major
pass.
updates between each of our major expansions coming in the Year of Prophecy and beyond. And so ultimately that means there's 4 big beats happening in a year, 2 expansions, 2 free major updates between
Plaguelands. Where did you read Plaguelands? Am I an idiot? Yeah, I'm an idiot, okay.
We're not doing is paid seasonal content anymore. We're not doing separate seasonal storylines. And this also means we're not building a bunch of activity content that basically just goes away and is less meaningful to the game after 3 months. So we're instead focusing all of that effort that used to go there instead into building up the core hobby of the game, so the core hobby stays fresh and exciting, you know, year round. And so ultimately, this means no more paywalls for seasonal content. And
I mean, that's good.
These major updates themselves that I'm signposting around right now, the size of them roughly and the inspiration for them we're thinking about is like Into the Light.
Okay. So when you say like Into the Light, for folks that aren't out there, like what for a major update, how big is that? Like how do you encapsulate that?
So when I say Into the Light, a lot of this is like the inspiration of what it was. And with Into the Light came a really cool theme that wrapped around all the new stuff we were building within it, but also a lot of the reprise stuff as well. And also, you know, with it came Onslaught, a new type of activity. It came with reprised exotic missions and a rethinking of how we could do like a rad style event, a raid event with the Pantheon. And so for our first major update coming a few weeks after the Edge of Fate launches, we've got Ash and Iron. right? And so with Ash and Iron, yeah, we're going to be returning to the Plague Lands.
Returning to the Plague Lands, can't wait.
It's going to happen,
Plague Lands, baby.
And so that story is going to pick up from where we left off, from the Edge of Fate, and with it, we're going to have a new activity called Reclaim, a brand new exotic mission, new types of pinnacle ops entering that for the first time, as well as, of course, what's Destiny without loot to chase? We've got new gear, new rewards, and 2 new exotic weapons as part of Ash and Iron as well. And again, this major update and the season, all the seasonal content going forward is free for all players. All the activity content that exists in the portal, that's free to play.
Very nice. So even to actually go one quick layer deeper on seasons as well, what are some of the cool things that we're going to be able to do with the season that's launching alongside the Edge of Fate?
Yeah, Ben has been working on this space with the team for a while now, so I'm going to kick this one to him.
Yeah, so we're trying to make any time the best time to hop into Destiny. You know, and one of the ways we want to do that is we want to invest in events that are like accelerating the game and enhancing every part of the game, but also bringing new cool stuff. And actually, we've been working on this so long, we actually have some new cool stuff coming before the Edge of Fate.
It's a special little treat.
Yeah, special little treat. So this Friday, you can play a little event, maybe you've heard of it, called Heavy Metal.
Oh, Metal, yeah.
It's Tanks vs. Briggs, a new PvP mode. It's super fun. I would kind of wish I was playing it right now, not gonna lie. But the thing that people at home don't know is we have a new reward. That's a unique thing in Destiny if you invest in this event, if you go and play it. And it is a free-to-play event. So this reward is free to play. It is a new combat vehicle that goes in your Sparrow sled, combat Sparrow, if you will, called the Griffin. And this is a really
What the
cool,
fuck is this Sparrow?
combat-ready vehicle you can take anywhere you can summon a Sparrow. You can summon it and use it to fight your enemies and just have a really good time. And there's some really cool build crafting things with this vehicle that I don't want to spoil right now, that you'll discover, but I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, it's ugly, but I think the idea is cool.
Saying, like, what was it? Skimmer is Flash and the Griffin is Splash.
There we go. The dad joke quota has been met.
We got to get one in.
Absolutely, yeah. But that's not all, right, man? Like, you've got more for us, don't you?
Oh yeah. So like I just said, there's more events that we're making. There's one that's going to happen right after the launch of Edge of Fate. It's called Arms Week, and it's a 1-week-long event. And you're going to be focusing on one weapon archetype in Arms Week whenever it comes around. And this one is going to give you a new legendary weapon of that type. It's going to have some volatile mods that are there for the week that are going to be super interesting and fun to play with, and some focusing you can do. But there is a problem when you say this event is going to be about weapons and about using them.
Yeah, you got to have a place to test all that out.
Right. And so I mean, I've been doing that in EDZ this whole time. I don't know about the rest of you.
Those poor dregs.
Right?
Yeah.
But there is a new way now. We have a new feature, a long requested feature.
Firing range?
Added to the game with Arms Week. It is the shooting range.
Yeah, okay.
The shooting range is being added to the tower. It is a now permanent addition to the game with the launch of Arms Week. We're not taking it away. And you can go there and you can try out
hand cannon.
everything about your build with all sorts of simulations of different kinds of enemies and situations, and it's all real damage numbers. It's like
It's even got a scoreboard.
It's even got a scoreboard.
For you
Right?
and your
Okay, I think that's kind of cool for like
The whole raid team can get
testing.
around
Okay,
and
that's a heavy burst.
see exactly how well you're gonna do for some kind of boss at this range or with
I was
a
gonna say, yeah,
strategy.
who can do most of the damage, right?
Yeah, well, you're probably gonna know.
So we have a rally flag. It's not just a shooting range. Like, you can go beyond the firing line and use your abilities too.
Yeah, you totally can. And like, if you wanted to, you could even.
I think that's kind of cool to like test some stuff.
And well, I think the reason why we're not seeing that right now is because it's a Titan.
Yeah, it's a good soldier.
Yeah.
Standing on that firing line.
Yeah, staying on the firing line.
All about building that line and standing.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
A lot of theory crafters are going to have to go ahead and have some upheavals to their Google Docs, I'm guessing. Right?
This will be a really good tool. Like, as we're adding all of these different systems with gear tiering and all of that, you can go in and check those damage numbers in real time. Like, how do my stats change? How are these different gear bonuses going to affect my gameplay?
Poor guy.
The tower now.
He's a game journalist, trust.
We're talking about weapons.
Oh yeah,
got
well
one more thing, right?
Yeah, no, there's one more thing. I know you're excited. So there's more events. Of course, there's more events, and the holiday events are coming up. Where Solstice is right around the corner.
Oh, Solstice again.
Summertime is Solstice time in Destiny 2, and Solstice has some really cool twists and such that we're planning. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. I want to show you all the new hollow foil.
Yeah, probably.
We have for Solstice weapons. So here we go. This is the hollow foil treatment for Solstice in 2025.
That shit cool. This shit is cool.
Every time I look at it,
This shit is awesome. Jesus.
Ocean on a gun. How did we do that? It's beautiful. I love it. And
That shit.
any kind of weapon that drops for this event can have a hollow foil.
Yeah,
no
so
matter
it could be
what
a
the
tier 1 or tier
Yeah.
3.
So it's kind of the shiny thing, right? For events.
Like, that's gonna be a chase. every event, a major event.
I mean, the shit looked cool, like for real.
Kind of special one, but yeah, Arms of
So,
Death
do we still have mementos, or do they get like?
No, it's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna have way too much stuff to chase down, so appreciate you guys putting all
I think
the
that we
effort
keep
into this.
mementos,
But,
right? So
let's
for
see,
like
I believe
weapon.
We've got one more thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been talking a lot about here.
The question is how the drop rate for his weapons
A
are.
bunch of different stuff. Edge of Fate, but we also have another expansion, and we need Allison back on the couch to talk about
Right,
it.
yeah, Allison.
She's the best one to talk
Yeah,
about.
we've got something very exciting, and so once again, Allison, thank you for taking the time to.
Yeah. Okay. So like the
I'm so excited to be the one.
Into the Light arsenal, right?
Tradition around here, so we're glad that you could obviously go ahead and lead us.
Because they had like the golden stuff for ornaments. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about Renegades?
Yeah, so we're going to have a dedicated reveal for Renegades in September alongside our major update, Ash and Iron. But earlier, we were talking about how sometimes our formulas can constrain us from experimenting and innovating. And so in that spirit, Renegades is going to be very different from the Edge of Fate. What I can tell you, and we'll talk plenty about it later, is that
I'm really interested to see like how the weapon looked.
activities with social mechanics and more. But more importantly,
Because
talk about our
there's the holofoil is that shit is awesome.
So Renegades is going to be a Destiny, like definitively Destiny expansion. This is part of the Fate Saga, and it's going to push it forward in important ways and introduce characters that we're going to spend time with for years to come. It is an essential Fate Saga story, and it's an homage to a universe that has inspired Bungie from the start.
Star Wars.
A universe that all of us here on the couch grew up with, as well as everyone.
It's
else.
Star Wars
And
probably.
millions of you
Remember the
know
like the leaked footage?
It is a peanut butter and combination, a peanut butter and like chocolate combination inside of what we're making that could only be possible in the kind of world that we build here. And so I am
Probably.
absolutely thrilled to be able to give our first sneak peek at Destiny 2 Renegades.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, it's only. Yeah, it's fucking Star Wars. Oh no. Oh no. They even used the sound. No.
Robbie, what did we just see?
Oh fuck.
Which is coming out this
It's
December.
fucking
To
Star
really drive it
Wars.
home here, Renegades is a one-of-a-kind Destiny experience, right? And just like we on the Destiny team have taken inspiration from other genres like dark fantasy or cosmic horror, Renegades takes the space western vibe and aesthetic that is Star Wars, and it puts it through that Destiny lens. And ultimately, it's created a new lawless.
What we just saw in the artwork behind them, there's like an arc lightsaber, and in the trailer there was a strand one, like it was green. So it could be that we get like more than one, or like a really one where you can change types however you want it.
And what's right around the corner with the Edge of Fate.
Absolutely. No, I heard a lot of calendars get marked just now on September, but no, super excited to share more of that in the future. But that actually leads us to the conclusion of today's show, which again we covered a lot.
There's been a lot today.
Yeah, this has been a big show.
It was around an hour.
We went through a lot of it, so let's go ahead and quickly double check. We obviously went through, and the Year of Prophecy, pardon me, is going to go ahead and kick off on July 15th.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
Brand new multi-year Fate Saga, and our new focus on the core hobby of Destiny. The first expansion, The Edge of Fate. Is
I think it's fine. If I feel like short of an hour is pretty good.
Hold up.
Yeah.
So you're going through a lot of information. We already covered that.
Oh, yeah.
But like, you can't just sneak in a raid date. We have a new raid coming with the expansion, July 19th. We're gonna have a bunch of blogs. We're gonna have the rules, regulations, all that kind of stuff for our raid race.
Why is it so short fucking again? Why? That's like the same shit we had with
And yeah, I mean, just stay tuned for more details.
with Edge of Fate.
Anything, it's a raid. We got-
Not Edge of Fate. Salvation's Edge.
Bungie.net is the place to go ahead and learn more. And again, follow our social media channels. Do us all a favor. So in addition to that, again, as we noted, Ash and Iron, our first free major update will be.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is, I don't I probably won't find a team because my client is like dead. Like it exists, yeah, but like.
But as far as today goes, the Edge of Fate and the entire Year of Prophecy.
Yeah, same. I work on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I work on Saturday, so.
And unlock the New Land Beyond.
New Land Beyond that exotic sniper. Ooh, I can't wait, man.
I can't wait, same, honestly. That'll be unlockable in addition to several other goodies. And also, we've also got a collector's edition that'll be available.
What the fuck are those armors? Oh, shit. It's like, oh man. I need to screenshot this shit. When we lost it. I mean, there is a chance that, I mean, down here is Lucasfilm Games, so it could be that it's like a collaboration kind of shit.
You can see here on screen it will be coming.
But yeah, that's a statue. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Very cool stuff, including this cool statue that you may.
But the thing is, where I'm living, I literally can't get it.
As well, but that's not all that's in there. Is there, Allison?
We got the writing team got a little excited on this one. We put a lot of lore goodies into this collector's edition. So like that weird metal thing, that weird envelope, boy, weird.
Yeah, it's.
Read it. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna do a dramatic reading as soon as.
Yeah, we can go downstairs immediately after.
It's for me. It's just not gonna be worth it.
As far as today goes, Rite of the Nine. This is the essential prologue to the Edge of Fate, and like all of our events moving forward, is going to be a free to all players. So make sure and go ahead and check that out.
So no paid event cards and stuff. Okay.
Make sure and stick around for a little bit longer. We're going to be rating our good friend Sammy Cat as well. So go ahead and give her a follow. Tell her we said hello in chat. Pardon me. If you have any Twitch Prime subs or anything like that, go ahead and do us a favor. Drop it over there and check out her stream. She's going to be having a good time. But that concludes it for us here today. So for starters, huge thanks to my teammates here for joining me.
Thank you, Andy.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely, yeah. Robbie, Allison, Dylan, of course. There we go. We got Ben, and of course, Mr. Dave Samuel. Thank you all so much for being here today. And then, of course, to the crew that puts all this on. This doesn't happen by accident. Thank you all so much for all of your hard work and dealing with me on these last couple of days. And of course, to everyone at home, to all of our guardians out there in the community, thank you. It's a tremendous privilege to get the opportunity to share what we've been working on early, and it matters only if you guys show up and join us. So we really appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed. And otherwise, in the meantime, until we see you again, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you all Starside.
I mean, the presentation was good. There's a lot of cool stuff coming. Some weird stuff. Then the whole Viking thing with Star Wars. Yeah. I mean, overall, it's cool. If I'm hyped, I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe not. What I'm interested in is how much this shit is gonna cost. The DLC, if it's even on Steam. I think maybe today. Yeah, yeah. Like I really need to see how to raid, or not really the raid, but like I'm probably gonna wait to like close to release, maybe like after like maybe start of June, maybe then. But like anyway, right now it's not even available for you to buy, so you can't even buy it right now. So I don't even know how much it will cost. So yeah. But from like the special edition, I probably like the annual thing. I expect it to be like around 80 to 100. Somewhere in between that one. Yeah. We really need to see how much it's really gonna cost. But overall, I'm interested in how it's going to be. Yeah. The tinfoil one is cool. I really enjoy the one. Yeah. I need to see how it really turns out. So yeah, can't really do much, but it will work. So yeah, but I'm hopping off now because I want to eat my food and before it gets too cold. And yeah. So I wish you all a nice evening and